Adivasis are not Hindus and they will never be. Well, this statement by Jharkhand CM Hemant Soren has triggered a bit of debate, and BJP leader author Tuhin Sinhaji has come up with an article openly challenging the statement on basis of some valid facts and proofs. Today with us, we have Sunil Devdharji, National Secretary BJP, who has supported the cause on Twitter, and Tuhin Sinhaji to shed some light on the topic. Is conversion mafia dividing the Hindu Samaj between tribals and non-tribals? Namaste Sunil ji, Namaste Tuhin ji. Welcome to the show. My first question will be to Sunil ji. Sunil ji, what we broadly see today is open attacks on Hindus, Hinduism, which in fact is a thought. So, made with the CAA protest or the toolkit incident and convergence, like they never stopped. So, what do you think is with this whole new trend of targeting Hindus wherever, whenever possible?
See, since the day Christian missionaries have entered in this country, this attack is been going on. Since the day the leftist ideology entered our country, these attacks are going on. These attacks are not new for me, at least. When I worked in the northeastern part of the country as RSS Pracharak in 90s, 1991 to 1998, 99 rather, I was in Shillong,
Yeah.
and I worked in a state where the people were already converted to Christianity. 75% people were converted to Christianity.
Yeah.
When we got independence, at that time, the conversions in Meghalaya was only 17%, 17%, and
Okay.
now it is almost 80%. So these things are not new for me, and these are going on since years, since decades.
Okay. So my next question to Tuhinji on that note would be, sir, in your latest article that got published in one of the news portals, you have openly challenged Jharkhand CM Hemant Soren for his remarks against Adivasi people. So Adivasis are and where Adivasis will never be Hindus is what he said. So why do you see this as a political narrative driven by his self-serving vested interest? First of all, do you think he acted on behest of conversion mafia, the conversion bogey?
See, Adivasis are very much a part of the Sanatan Samaj. This has been, I have had long discussions on this with Karya Mundaji, who himself still lives in the Khuti region where Birsa Munda was born and where Birsa Munda spent most of his life. So whatever Hemant Soren ji has said is purely to divide tribals and non-tribals in the state of Jharkhand. That is number one. But number two, you know, even there is a 9% Adivasi population across the state. Sunil ji might agree that the Adivasis of Andhra are very different from the Adivasis of Jharkhand. So Sarna Dharam code, which Hemant Soren ji is talking about, might apply to the Adivasis of Jharkhand. But a Gond Adivasi or Bhil Adivasi or the Adivasi of Northeast themselves will not agree to it. So this, I feel, is a very bad attempt, very disrespectful attempt to divide the society, which needs to be condemned with facts.
Yeah. Do you think he acted on behest of conversion bogey, conversion mafia?
Well, that is the presumption because, like Sunilji was just mentioning, I have done a lot of research on this. The British had brought in the German mission in the areas of Jharkhand around 1851. And from that day onwards, this vicious task of converting the tribals into Christianity has been going on one way or the other.
Correct.
And in fact, Birsa Munda's main agitation in 1899 was against Father Hoffman, who was one of the most vicious, propagandists of the missionaries.
Ji.
So I assume that somewhere Hemant Soren might be acting at that behest, even though I don't have evidence to say that. But fact is that conversions have only increased every time a JNM government has come in power in Jharkhand.
Okay. Sunil ji, conversion to Christianity is more visible in southern states and eastern states. The missionaries are seen active in the tribal areas of Madhya Pradesh, Andhra, Odisha, Jharkhand. So, as per the conventional estimates, and as per you mentioned, 50 to 60% or 75% of the tribals have been converted to Christianity. So, why do you think religious conversions happen at such high rates in tribal areas?
See, because it is very easy to convert them by telling them that you are not Hindus, and to cut them from this society, the majority society of this country, those who are non-tribals, those who don't stay in forests or those who don't stay on hills, tell them that you are not part of them,
Okay,
and then isolate them. They become soft target, and it is very easy to convert them if you separate them from their own gods. Like if they worship Durga, Kali, and they worship Shiva, like the northeastern tribals and even all tribals of other part of country also, they used to worship Lord Shiva,
mhm,
maybe in different forms. But I will just give some incidences or some examples of Meghalaya, where I worked as pracharak for 8 years. uh, when they enter a new house, Khasi Jaintia tribes,
mhm,
then what do? They used to take the leaf, betel nut, and some rice. And on some rice, they used to put supari and they used to offer puja. And whenever our Pandit also performs puja, in the same manner, he organizes Ganpati like that. And in
correct,
any first puja is Graha Devata puja, and that Graha Devata is Ganpati. And if you don't have the idol of Ganpati, then वीड़े का पत्ता लेकर उसके ऊपर चावल रखकर उसके ऊपर सुपारी रखकर गणपति is made. And that type of
correct.
Ganpati is in tribal area since years, since centuries they are practicing this. Simultaneously, what I saw, that before going for meals, they used to worship, like folding both hands like this. They used to worship, and they used to take some rice, some small portion of rice, and put on the ground, and then
Mhm,
start. So I asked what you are doing. They told me that we consider, or we say that this land is our mother,
mhm,
and because of being a mother, we thank her for giving these all food grains and all vegetables, and we thank our mother earth, and then we start. And from where this concept came? This concept came from Vedas. Mata Prithvi Putroham Prithivya.
correct.
पृथ्वी माँ है और हम उसके बेटे हैं. And the same thought is practiced in so-called non-tribal Hindus, and even in our parts also, Pune, Mumbai. In my childhood, I used to practice this. It is sad part of the story that we left all these practices, but these practices shows that there is a strong unity in tribals and non-tribals. These
Mhm,
basic tribals and non-tribals, this difference, this divide is being made by Britishers in Northeast. At that time, they did not have much existence in rest of the part of the country in tribal areas. But being Northeast entirely tribal, now they are states, but at that time they were districts like Meghalaya, Nagaland, and it was need for them to take this step that you are tribals and you are not part of this big society. And
correct.
second, Hemant Soren, what you asked. So I can strongly tell that before going to elections, these Christian missionaries and church, they used to have meeting with politicians
Oh,
of non-BJP parties, and they make some proposals. They say that yes, we will support you in these elections, but once you come to power, you will have to fulfill demands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
correct.
in hindus in hindus, I mean, on the plain areas and so-called non-tribal areas, no Shankaracharya or no Santa used to have such type of meeting with Bharatiya Janata Party or even with other parties. We will support you, and we will support you only if after coming to power, if you demand our this मठ मंदिर को जमीन दो, ये सब ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. But Christian missionaries categorically support, and they allegate on Bharatiya Janata Party that you are mixing religion in politics. But in fact, they practice this. They introduce their candidates in churches, and moreover, there are different churches, and they also try to dominate their own church in that state.
Yeah.
If are Catholics, if there are Presbyterians, if there are Baptists, then if there is a contest between Catholic and a Presbyterian, then the Presbyterian will be produced in Presbyterian church, and irrespective of party, they will say that this time MLA of this area should be Presbyterian. The sect which practices religion in politics are Christianity. They create pressure group, and that is why when Hemant Soren became chief minister, or the results came out, the first congratulation call came from Church of Jharkhand. And that is
Okay.
why it is crystal clear that whatever chief minister is saying, it is part of conspiracy and the church is behind it. And in our Andhra Pradesh, Araku and Paderu districts are there, where all people are basically, they are all tribal districts, scheduled tribe
जी जी
districts.
जी.
And since years, since ages, these tribal used to worship different gods and goddesses. Even they worship Venkateshwara Swami, Balaji, Lord Balaji. And you will find thousands of people, male, having name Venkateshwara. Thousands of female, tribal females, they have name of Lakshmi Amma, Mahalakshmi Amma and all. Parvati and all Hindu names you will find.
जी.
But recent Jagan Mohan Reddy government conducted one survey in these tribal areas. And shockingly, Jagan Mohan Reddy assigned some village volunteers, paid village volunteers from government side, 5,000 rupees per month. And these village volunteers were part of YSRCP party, their cadre of YSRCP party, now village volunteers paid by government, and asked to conduct some surveys in tribal areas. Actually, village volunteers are there across Andhra Pradesh, but village volunteers which went to tribal areas, they had a survey form. And in that survey, detail of a particular tribal person, household, they used to write down. And there was a column, in the column of religion, there was tribal religion. And the protest of Bharatiya Janata Party Andhra Pradesh, and objections, press conference, and protest on grounds by Scheduled Tribe Morcha of BJP Andhra Pradesh, they had to take back, they said that we are taking back this survey pamphlet, we are not going to use anymore because of hue and cry of a society. But they definitely, there is a conspiracy to separate these tribals from Hindus, only to convert Christianity, which they have successfully done in northeastern areas, in Nagaland, in Mizoram, in Meghalaya, in Arunachal Pradesh.
Correct.
Now they want to practice all these things in Jharkhand, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, and even Tamil Nadu and other southern part of the country.
Yeah, coming to Jharkhand, Tuhinji, Jharkhand has possibly been a hub of religious conversions. So, what do you have to say about the history of missionaries in the state?
So, like I said, missionaries, first time they were brought there around 1851. And unfortunately, in the tribal areas, the freedom struggle was a lot more complicated than you saw in many of the urban centers. For
Yeah.
example, the tribal centers, the tribal people were oppressed both by local feudal landlords as well as the missionaries. To escape the feudal landlords, they would go to the missionaries who would promise all sorts of things, that we will help you, write off your loans and debts. But eventually, those missionaries were equally funded by the feudal landlords. So as a result of this trap, this entrapment, the tribal population had no option at the end, but to take up, but to get into a violent revolution. And this has been the history of tribal revolutions in India from 1780, when Tilka Majhi, a Santhal, had launched his first, war of independence. Now, coming back to Hemant Soren, there are two very absurd things which he has said. One is that because they are nature worshippers, they are different from Hindu. Now,
Correct.
which Hindu is not a nature worshipper? Do you not worship the sun god? I pray to the sun god daily.
Yeah.
Chhat Puja celebrated only to celebrate the sun god. In fact, I can tell you, because I have researched on Birsa Munda, that before his final revolution, Birsa Munda had visited the Jagannath temple just outside Ranchi and taken the blessings of that temple. So, somebody who fancies himself to be a disciple of Birsa Munda, I don't think Hemant Soren should be spreading falsehood in the name of Birsa Munda.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, one last point. See, Hemant Soren has been quoting that in the British era, between 1871 to 1951, they had a separate religious code. But the very objective of Britishers were to divide India. They would, make the tribals fight against upper caste. They would make Hindus fight against Muslims. So Birsa Munda actually fought against the British. Today, Hemant Soren wants to idolize the same divisive methods which Britishers follow, which is very shameful.
So you've clearly mentioned in your article that there might possibly be foreign intervention in conversions. So what information do you base your opinion on?
See, like I said, this entire statement was made on a foreign platform. It was the Harvard India conference. It was very directly, aimed at a foreign audience.
Yeah,
Secondly, let us not forget that Hemant Soren is surviving because of the support of Rahul Gandhi, who himself is known for divisive politics.
correct.
So, in all the three states which are going into the elections, if you look at the alliance partners, ISF in Bengal, AUDF in, considering the company which Hemant Soren is maintaining, I will not be surprised if he is acting at the behest of missionaries.
Coming to the funding part of the organizations, Sunilji, we see that these Christian missionaries seem to be well equipped and handsomely funded. So, how do you see the actual process operationalizing in India? Do you see any synergy in these organizations pan India? If any instances you could share.
Yes, definitely in Jharkhand only, when Raghuvar Das government was there.
Yeah.
At that time, number of violations of FCRA were brought to people by some legal organizations,
Yeah.
and that government scrapped all those transactions, and uh, the incidences were probed, and that is why they were exposed. They are exposed in each and every corner of this country. It is a phenomena. It is not consolidated to one particular state. Same thing is happening in Andhra, same thing is happening in Maharashtra, and same thing is happening in northeastern part of our country.
Correct.
So money is coming through NGOs. Huge money is coming through NGOs. The cash is withdrawn. Cash is directly utilized for the cause of conversion,
Mm-hmm.
and by definitely huge amount of money is involved in this. Moreover, these missionaries in our country, they show false pictures. They show false pictures of poor people. Rather, they only show these pictures that, see, this is India,
Correct. Correct.
and how demand for money in Western world. Like just one instance I will give you. uh, some people used to take holy bath in Ganga or Godavari. All Hindus used to go, and a father will go inside first, and he will stand maximum far where he can survive. He will not flow away. He will go away with water. He
Yeah.
will just stand. When Hindus come and they will take holy bath, they don't know some father is standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Once they, then he will just show hands like this, and photo and video will be taken, and
Oh.
that photo and video will be sent to Western world, telling that, see, thousands are ready to convert to Christianity. We lack of funds, kindly send funds. मूर्ख बनाने के जितने तरीके हो सकते वो लोग करते हैं, and in this way they fool even Western world. And you must know that an organization like ISKCON is banned in Nagaland, Mizoram, these two states, majority Christian states. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot build ISKCON temple in Kohima. You cannot build ISKCON temple in Mizoram. Why? Because they are afraid of these organizations. Because uh, from where the Christianity came, rather it did not come, but this Western world is called so-called that they are Christian countries. Actually, they are not practicing Christianity anymore. They are more individuals, and they say that we don't have any religion. Uh,
जी.
so, in those parts, when there is a vacuum about Adhyatma, whoever Sadhu Santa goes from here to US or the Western world and explains Hindu Adhyatma in fine English, then they leave everything and they start chanting Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. And here they fool our tribal people that see you are jungly people, you don't have any civilization, you don't have any
Mm-hmm.
culture, and you are being exploited by non-tribal people. We, on behalf of Christ, we have come here and we are giving everything, education, then health and everything we are
Basic
giving. So you
facilities.
must come to our, and they used to convert them.
Yeah.
But as soon as these Christian states, so-called Christian states, if they see this ISKCON and some foreigners are coming, those who have already done their mundan and putting gandha and chanting Hare Rama, Hare Krishna in the streets of Kohima, what answer they will give to tribals of Nagaland? When they lie, they cheat, they tell that all this Western world, even our country also, they used to create false narratives like Goa is a Christian state.
Yeah.
They used to tell Christian state. I have worked in Meghalaya. I know what they tell there. Goa to pura Christianों का राज्य. There are 25% Christians in Goa. Goa is not at all a Christian state. But they will say गोवा क्रिश्चियन हो गया, महाराष्ट्र क्रिश्चियन हो गया, आप ही बाकी है, आप भी बन जाओ.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there is lack of information between the hilly region and between the jungles and the other urban parts or even rural parts, those who are not tribal parts. So there is no communication in between. And sad part from Hindus is very less sadhu santas went to these areas to practice the Hinduism or to tell them that we are one. There is no difference between your way of worship and our way of worship. And wherever Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram and the organizations like Vishwa Hindu Parishad or some other organizations like Ramakrishna Mission or Bharat Sevashram Sangha, they have gone. They have got wonderful results. So because we are all one. But if we don't go there, then automatically they will believe in their frauds, and they are all sponsored frauds. They get money from outside. Previously, Britishers used to give, and I don't remember exact name, but some brother Toto of Africa has claimed that in our Africa, when missionaries came, at that time we had our land in our hands and they had Bible in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
They asked us to keep faith in us, and they won our hearts, and we had faith in them. They asked us to close our eyes. We closed our eyes, and when we opened our eyes after prayer, what we saw is their Bible was in our hands and our land was in their hands.
There and
So it, rather than colonialism of Western world to spread their colonies, they utilized this conversion agenda, and still now the same agenda is there, and they want to separate all these tribal areas from the rest of the part of the country. They want to make their own bastions and they want to make their own areas, localities, colonies, and for that they are utilizing convergence, and for that first to disconnect them from larger Hindu society, say that you are not Hindus, so create a group, empower them, misguide them, fund them, give them certain weapons, and ask them to become rebel. And they become rebels and they fight with our own state. They are doing.
Unfortunately, it is because of these Christian missionaries that India gets a negative image on the globe. So,
Definitely.
yeah. Coming to Tuhinji, further to this interesting discussion, I would like to know about the Sarna code. So, what do you think? Does a separate code makes or would make sense in the state of Jharkhand?
See, first of all, like I said, I have spoken to many tribal leaders.
Mm-hmm.
The Mundas who are direct descendants of Birsa Munda ji themselves, many of them don't agree with the Sarna code. So it is a very small category. It is a very small segment, mostly of Oraos Orao tribals who Hemant Soren is trying to reach out to. So
Yeah.
even within the Jharkhand society, this code, the demand for this code does not have a full support. But even if we do for some time, let us assume that there was a demand, we can see it as a separate cultural code. Now the point is, the moment you give acceptance to this as a religious code, conversions will increase manifold, because the conversions will escape Hindu scrutiny. If they are already recognized as a separate religious code, do you think Hindus will bother whether they are converted or not? Today, conversion is being checked because Hindus are vigilant. They are aware of the designs, the malafide designs of the missionaries who are always on the
Correct.
lookout for conversion. So,
Absolutely.
like I said, the other important point is that, Sarna, are you going to have a separate code for the Adivasis of Jharkhand and a separate code for the Adivasis of Rajasthan, the Bhil Adivasis and the Gond Adivasis? So,
Yeah.
primarily, it is a self-defeating argument. And let me give you another instance. Today, one of the top audio podcast companies wanted to do a discussion of the subject. They wanted to invite a minister from Jharkhand to support on behalf of Hemant Soren's statement. And none of them agreed, which shows that the CM himself is isolated. The CM does not enjoy the support of his own ministers on this particular issue. This is how absurd his statement was, that Adivasis are not Hindus.
Not Hindus. Now, this question I would like you both to answer, but I'll go with Sunilji first. What can be done to break the very nexus of the religious conversions in India? Is there any way out? Is there any way out to this?
There is only one way out is to go to them, make friendship with them, and tell them, just remind them that you are our brothers and sisters. You are not
Mm-hmm.
different from.
Correct.
Only the thing is, you are staying in these remote places, and unfortunately, all development, all different mode of development could not reach you. And what Narendra Modi government is doing now is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and Sabka Vishwas. Everything which Narendra Modi ji has given to poor, it has reached to these tribals.
Yeah.
They have received Ujjwala Yojana gas cylinder, they have received Shauchalay, they have received Ekalavya model school, they have received the residential school for tribal people. What Narendra Modi ji has done about Birsa Munda, what Narendra Modi ji has done about Rani Ma Gaidin Liu, all these things to remind them that they are your great heroes, and releasing a coin with the image of Ranima Gaidin Liu. Then the stamp came out, and the uh, their anniversaries were celebrated. Their huge monuments are created, and in every state, their own tribal leaders, ancient leaders, freedom fighters, they were given prominence,
Yeah.
and they were given importance to create the self-respect about themselves. See, I will come back to Meghalaya because I have worked there and I have a lot of experience, and I know how they work and how they try to destroy. Like there was a Tirath Singh, he was a Rajkumar, he was a prince, and he fought with David Scott in 1920 to 24. At that time, Britishers told Khasi people that this is not freedom struggle. He was fighting for his own kingdom, for his own territory. He was not fighting as a nation.
Hmm.
And one fantastic example of other part of Meghalaya is Kiang Nangba. Kiang Nangba was a freedom fighter who was hanged to death in 1850, 57, 30th December 1857. Means during 1850, uh, 57, when the mutiny, so-called mutiny, was going on all over the country. The
Great.
remote part of Meghalaya, there was a poor boy who traveled across Jaintia Hills part of Meghalaya. He awakened the tribal people and said that we have to throw out these Britishers because they stopped their traditional Bedin Klam tribal festival,
Mm-hmm.
which is exactly Ratha Yatra. When there is Ratha Yatra in Jagannath Puri, at the same time, this Ratha Yatra is there in Meghalaya tribals. Only the difference is there is no idol inside Rath. Only they worship the Rath, and that Rath also they call in their language Roth, R-O-T, Roth. Means the word is also same. And Britishers stopped that Ratha Yatra, and that is why this young chap started agitation against Britishers, and he was hiding. And remember, in 1850, Britishers declared 1,000 rupees. Those the person who will hand over Kiang Nangba, they were searching Kiang Nangba, and this gift was proposed by Britishers, that if a reward was proposed, that if somebody brings Kiang Nangba to police, they will give 1,000 rupees in 1850. But what happened? Few people, those who were converted to Christianity, they got information that Kiang Nangba is hiding in one particular village, and they informed police, because the Hindus, they thought that Britishers are outsiders and Kiang
Correct.
Nangba is ours.
Correct.
But converted tribal thought that no, Britishers are ours and Kiang Nangba is fighting against
Outsider.
us,
Yeah.
outsider. Like that, this conversion changes their even nationality also. You will see, once a particular area becomes majority Christian, first they demand it for a district, then autonomous council. After that, they will claim that this should be given separate state. And once there is a separate state, then the whole power comes in their hands. Then they fund insurgent organizations and everything. And then there will be terrorism, calling that we want separate Nagalim, we want separate Mizo land, and we are not part of India. And number of insurgent groups, so-called insurgent groups, but they are actually terrorist groups, you will find in hilly area of our country, and they claim that they are not Indians. So ultimately, it will go to anti-nationalism. One more point I would like to make is when I worked in Jharkhand elections to Hinji last time, I was there for 15 areas, and I was there in Santhal Pargana area. So what I came to know from them is when Article 370 and was scrapped by Narendra Modi government, immediately at that time Hemant Soren was in opposition, and they started propaganda in tribals of Jharkhand that now see 370 has gone, now the tribal land reservation also will go, and your land is not going to stay with you anymore. See what is happening in Jammu Kashmir. Only misleading people. Immediately after CAA, the interesting logic given by Hemant Soren, his party groups and missionaries in these areas was, see, now they are giving nationality to the Hindus and Sikhs and Jainis and Buddhist people from Sikhs from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh. They are being given Indian nationality, citizenship. But where is the place for them to stay?
Correct.
You take us, they are going to bring all these Hindu citizens on Adivasi lands, and they are going to make their localities in these areas. Like that, he propagated in tribal areas. So what is alternative? झूठ की उम्र तब तलक होती है जब तक सच का सामना नहीं होता. If they have mouth, then don't we have mouth? We also should go to tribal areas. The work which Kalyan Ashram is doing, Bharatiya Janata Party and other people are doing this work, and NGOs like Seva Bharati and number of organizations are working. People should come out, and the wonderful work is going on in the name of Friends of Tribal Society, and thousands of people from big cities and metropolitan cities on their birthdays or on their holidays, weekends, they used to go to tribal areas. Friends of Tribal Society, Vanabandhu Parishad used to bring them to tribal areas, stay with tribals for 1 or 2 days, experience the oneness, what they practice, what you practice, and you find common points, then discuss with them and tell them that yours, we are yours. Like that, these type of programs are very necessary. Simultaneously, central government is doing whatever is his duty, their duty. NGOs also should go. Many of the Shankaracharyas and many of the Hindu Matha Mandir Devasthanams, they have huge money and they have huge power. And Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji is working absolutely fantastically through their organization, starting schools in these areas. Even our southern part of the country, Vijayendra Saraswati ji and their Pitham, they are having schools in northeast. They are going to tribals. They are having their education system over there, and they are teaching people that your religion or your way of worship is nothing different from us. This type of efforts are very much required,
Yeah,
and the efforts are going
sure.
on. There are too less or the very handful efforts, I will say, and
Correct.
huge threatening is there for our country through these missionaries in tribal areas.
Tuhinji, since we are running out of time, I would like to know about the book on life of Birsa Munda ji that you're coming. Birsa Munda ji, the folk hero, the Indian tribal freedom fighter. Please let our viewers know something about the book.
But Birsa Munda ji is one of the greatest tribal revolutionaries that India has ever seen in a short span of 25 years.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he died at the age of just 25 years. He shook the British Empire in a way that was unimagined before that, especially in the tribal regions.
Hmm.
But so obviously, and one of the most striking features of his life was that his guru, his mentor, was a Vaishnavite preacher called Anand Panrai. So all the propaganda and all the falsehood which is being spread about his life by people like Hemant Soren is absolutely untrue. In fact, even after he floated a new religious andolan by the name of Birsait, which was only and only against exploiters, primarily against the Britishers and secondarily against the zamindars. Even when he floated this separate religious movement, he would invariably quote from Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Bhagavad Gita to his preachers. So today, I think the time has come when Sunilji and more all other aggressive BJP leaders should reach out to tribal areas. And I would take this opportunity to specially thank Prime Minister Modi ji, because Modi ji has specified that one of the core agendas of India at 75 is to recognize the contribution of unknown
Freedom.
tribal
Yeah,
freedom fighters across the country.
correct. So thank you, Sunil ji and Tuhin ji, for shedding the necessary light on this topic. Tuhin ji, I really hope that Jharkhand CM takes up your challenge for the open debate. As I see, the facts put up by you
Both
and Sunil
Sunil
ji
ji,
are,
both Sunil ji and I will debate with him together,
yeah,
because
the
truth
facts
is
put up,
on our
yeah,
side.
correct. The facts put
No,
up
he
by
will
you
not
both
take
are,
the opportunity. He doesn't have guts to face us, because if he comes, then he will be exposed badly, and he doesn't have any supporting documents for whatever he is telling, and we are full with documents and evidences, because our association with so-called tribals is since ages, and they cannot separate us. राम से हनुमान को अलग करना impossible है. Thank you
thank you,
very much.
Sunil ji. Tuhin ji, thank you so much for your time.